Athletes, welcome back to another great day of fitness. We've got a workout that's got running, some lower body work that's gonna light those hamstrings up, and we've got push-ups for you. We got Ava and Sarah with us, and we are ready to work out. Your warm-up is coming up next. Athletes, the warm-up is starting in 10 seconds, so we're gonna go ahead and take our spots on the runners. Ava and Sarah are going to be doing a 200-meter run today. We're starting the warm-up now. So what we're gonna go through is we got 3 minutes on the clock. We're gonna go 20 seconds on the runners. So with this, you can walk, you can jog, you can run. We wanna start out slow, and then each time you get to that runner, you can start to increase your intensity some. But we're just looking at starting to elevate that heart rate, because whether you're doing this first thing in the morning or after you got home from work, or even if you're sneaking one in after dinner, we wanna start slow, ramp up so that we can finish with that high intensity before we get into the workout. After they get done with their 20 seconds, we're gonna go into variations of each of the movements that they're doing. So we've got Ava on jumping lunges today, and she's gonna start with step back lunges. So our step back lunges in the warm up, we are touching our knee to the floor. On our jumping lunges in the workout, we're gonna try to touch our knee to the floor. However, if we're on a hard surface, like a garage floor or any time of just flat cement, I will allow you guys to stop right above the floor on that for the jumping lunges, because I don't want anybody slamming their knee into the ground. We've got Sarah going through dumbbell deadlifts and dumbbell hang cleans in preparation for the dumbbell power cleans that she's gonna have in the workout. After that, both athletes are going into 5 reps of the version of push-up that they have in their workout. So we've got Ava on hand release, and then we've got Sarah on dumbbell push-ups. Dumbbell push-ups are only putting those hands on the dumbbells, so we got a slight deficit for that. It's to make it a little bit more difficult. And with that, when you guys are doing push-ups, if you have wrist pain, you may find that dumbbell push-ups will help with any kind of wrist issues you may have, so that may be a good substitution that you want to add from here on out. We're back on our runners for another 20 seconds here. Sarah's picked it up to a jog. I've got Ava still walking because, again, we're gonna save that running for the workout. Ava's playing it smart here because she's just thinking about moving, making sure everything's moving well, feeling well. We're taking inventory of our bodies during these warm-ups. When we get off of these, again, we're gonna take a look at Sarah when she goes to her deadlifts and her hang cleans. So for our power cleans today, Sarah's gonna be doing this to the outsides of her feet. Notice that she keeps a nice flat back when she goes down, and she loads her hamstrings up. She gets the full extension, and then for this hang clean, we're doing 4 reps, just going right above the knee and using our hips to drive that weight up. Sarah's using a lighter weight than what she's gonna use in the workout. If you guys wanna graduate in weight across the warm-up, you're welcome to. We always, again, we started slower on the runners and we're increasing there. We like to do the same thing with our weight. With our hand release push-ups that we're doing, this is gonna get you full range of motion. So if you're one of those people that tends to touch your abs to the floor or your lower body to the floor, your hips, but we're not getting our chest, do a couple hand release in the warm-up and you're gonna feel what that full range of motion is. I'm gonna let athletes go for another 5 seconds. Let's pick it up to a run. I'm gonna finish you guys out. We're gonna do an increase in speed here so we can start to push a little faster, a little faster, a little faster. Keep going, 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 going. Slow it down in 3, 2, 1, and drive it back down. That is it. The warm-up is over. The workout is coming up next. Take care of what you need to, because I need you for 8 rounds right after this. Athletes, your workout is starting now. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. We're gonna move to our runners and get ready for this 200-meter run that we're starting out with round number 1 in 3, 2, 1, go! So we've got Sarah and Ava going 200 meters. Now we got the benefit of the runners here, which are gonna tell us exactly when we hit 200 meters. If you guys don't have runners at home, an easy way to figure this out is that you can run out for 30 seconds and run back for 30 seconds. If you don't have a place to run and you're gonna be running in place, we're gonna have you go for about a minute, so keep your eye on the clock. And when we do that run in place, I'm not looking for high knees, so I don't wanna get those knees up above our hip level. We're thinking about the same pull of that knee that we would be if we were on a normal run. The intensity here that you should be keeping on the run is something that you're gonna be able to keep every single time you get to your runner. So when we go through this, if you're trying to be the first person done and you're going as fast as you possibly can, you better be able to maintain that for the 7 rounds that we have coming up after that. When Sarah and Ava are done with the run, they are gonna be moving to dumbbells for Sarah, and she's gonna go into her power cleans, and then Ava is gonna go into jumping lunges. We talked about this in the warm-up. If you guys are doing jumping lunges on a hard surface, you don't have a mat, you are not required to touch your back knee to the floor. If you have a soft surface like a mat, I'd like to see contact there. Ava's got 10 reps on each side for a total of 20, so left and right is 1 rep. Sarah has 10 dumbbell power cleans. She's touching those dumbbells to the outsides of her feet. If you guys want to touch inside your feet, I will allow that today. When we come up with those dumbbells, one head of the dumbbell needs to make contact with the shoulder, and I need to see full extension of your hips and knees. We got Sarah onto her dumbbell push-ups, and these dumbbell push-ups can get pretty spicy pretty quick because we have to go a little bit further than what we normally do with a regular push-up. That's gonna test your shoulder mobility, and if you have any pain doing that, switch those over to regular push-ups. We've got Ava on her hand release push-ups, and she's doing a great job of showing me space in between her hands and her floor between each rep. Athletes, go right back into your run, so after you're done with those push-ups, there is no rest today, which is why I cued you to keep it nice and steady throughout. Usually if we would have a workout like this and we had 1 minute to 2 minutes of rest afterwards, I would have you give me a higher intensity because we got that rest to recover in. Today, it's slow and steady, or moderate and steady, whatever you want to think about. I always like to equate this to, it's a Saturday, you're out on the interstate, it's clear roads, and you're coasting. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and we're just on that trip, and we are just going at a nice, steady pace all the way through this run. When we get into our power cleans or our lunges, and then when we get into those push-ups. Your intensity level today, it's like a 5 to 6 out of 10. I want you to be able to breathe. If I ask you a question, how you doing today? You're able to tell me, hey, I'm doing fine. It's not, I have been better. That's usually like a 7 or an 8. And if you don't answer me at all, that's when we're at a 10. And I don't get you there a lot unless we're in round number 8 for today. And then I'm gonna push you up into that 9 or 10 area. Ava and Sarah don't know that yet, so don't tell them. We're back onto our lunges and we're back onto our dumbbells. With these jumping lunges, now these can be a difficult movement if you've got any issues with your knees or your ankles, so if you want to switch these up to step back lunges, you're more than welcome to. You still have 10 on each side with those. On these power cleans, the power cleans with dumbbells are so much harder than using a barbell, and the reason is that when you use a barbell, you get some stability off the bar. With the dumbbells, your core will close up very easily and it makes it so much harder to breathe. So for today, think about taking a nice deep breath at the top of your rep and going down with that braced core. Breathe out on the way up. Sarah's going into her dumbbell push-ups and we got Ava matching her with these hand release push-ups. Now again, if these get too difficult doing our push-ups on the dumbbells, switch to regular push-ups. If regular push-ups get too difficult for us today, we're gonna go to the side of a box and we can elevate ourselves so that we can do push-ups with that same range of motion, the same form that we would do on the floor. Because if you've done class with me before, you know that I have a very strong, I won't say hate because I'm never gonna say hate, but I have a very strong disaversion or dislike of knee push-ups. Knee push-ups serve a purpose if you don't have anything else that you can use, but I don't like cutting off the bottom part of our legs and doing the range of motion there. We do, as soon as we add them back in, that push-up's hard again. So elevate your body, that way we're taking some of the weight off, and then as we get stronger, we can continue to lower ourselves to the floor until we're doing them on the floor. Both athletes, and I'm gonna have to ask them to help me with rounds, but I know that we're on round number 3. That's about as high as I can count. So after we get past this, I'm gonna have them tell me where they're at. On these runs, again, one thing I wanna point out here is that running is a skill that takes a lot of time. You gotta put some effort into it, and it's not something that you're gonna pick up immediately overnight. You got the friend that's a natural runner, and you're like, how come I can't do that? For today, I'm just looking for steady movement from you guys. So when we're going through the run, if you wanna walk on a round and you wanna go for a minute, you're welcome to. If you wanna walk on one round, run on the next round, you can. And even within that run, if you wanna go 30-second walk, 30-second run, that is fine as well. Just keep moving, give me the best effort that you can give me today. We've got both athletes onto their lunges and their power cleans here. Sarah does a fantastic job of keeping her chest up in the bottom and loading those glutes and hamstrings. The dumbbell power clean, it's very easy to drop our chest and then starting to place excess strain on our low back. So we want to avoid that. Taking that nice deep breath in at the top is going to help brace our core so it won't collapse on the bottom. Ava switched over to step back lunges, which is a fantastic choice on this. Again, I'm looking for you guys to just continue moving. 8 rounds can be a lot of work. So what we're doing is that we can modify to going step back lunges on one round, we can go jumping lunges on the next, or even within our set, we could go 5 on each side with our step back and then 5 jumping. Sarah is back on round number 4 for our run, and Ava is right behind her, moving back to the runner. Now on the runner, you can choose here. We're at the halfway point in this workout with our athletes. So if you guys feel as though you can increase the intensity slightly, you're welcome to. If you feel like all you can do right now is stay steady, that is perfect as well. I don't want you to get to a place where you're feeling super uncomfortable until we get into round 7, but definitely 8. 8 is gonna be the one. You've made that much effort, it's taking you that far to get there, and that's where adaptations are gonna be made. That's where you're gonna get fitter. So I want you to save those efforts if you need to for the 8th round. But if you feel like pushing yourself a little bit, because you feel like rounds 1 through 3, we're pacing rounds, we can start to press on that gas just a little bit. If we're doing that driving analogy, we got a straight road right now. So we're just going, we're having a little bit of fun with that car. We've shifted ourselves up into the next gear. I've got Ava walking on this round because again, it is completely fine to modify this workout to something that fits your intensity. If you watch these videos and you're always trying to keep up with an athlete, but you feel like it's gonna be a little bit above your difficulty level, I need you to be in competition with yourself, not with who you see on the video. I'm not even running, I'm just walking back and forth, so you can walk with me if you want to. We've got Sarah back on her power cleans, and we've got Ava on those step back lunges. With the step back lunges, when we go through this, you notice that she is touching her knee to the floor, which is fantastic. When we do the ballistic lunges, it is very, very easy to slam a knee into the floor. You got more control when you go into step back lunges, so if you decrease that intensity by going here, we're gonna increase that range of motion by making contact every single time we go on those step back lunges. We got Sarah shaking her arms out for just a second, and then she goes right back into these push-ups. Now, of all the movements that we have today, the push-ups are where you are going to burn out if you are going to burn out. So if you need to take a quick rest and knock out a few reps, you can do 3 reps, get on your knees, shake the arms out, and finish out the last 2. I would advise that. I don't want to see any burnout. I don't want you guys going to where you're getting to the point where you're having to worm yourself off the floor. We are on to round number 5. I'm making marks on the back of my hand, so I'm cheating over here. But again, so now we're getting into the place where mentally we're past the halfway point, but we're not on the last round. So it's gonna be pretty difficult. We're starting to be like, man, nobody would know if I cut the next 2-3 rounds. I would know, and I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't even be disappointed. I would just say, if that's all you have today, I'll allow it. But if you can stick with it, you can stay with us through rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8, please give it to me. I would love to see that. We're so happy that you guys showed up with us today. We love doing these workouts. You guys are the reason that we are here. Our athletes are happy that you're here. We're just happy we got people working out with us. So when we go through these, Sarah's giving the happy hands. I'm giving the happy hands too. I want you guys to remember why you showed up today. So whether you're doing this for yourself, just to be a little bit fitter than you were when you walked into the garage or the gym or wherever you're doing this workout, or if you're doing this because you're helping a family member move, you've got to be stronger every single day. I had one athlete that one of their parents actually got in an accident, and they had to physically help move them around on a day-to-day basis. So if that's your reason, remember why you showed up today. And it's okay just to do it for yourself. It's great to do it for others. It's good just to do it as a stress relief, because I know that that's why I'm here. I love working out at the end of the day because it gets my mind clear. If that's why you're doing it, relax. Have fun, don't be too hard on yourself, and just enjoy the process. Ava switched back to jumping lunges on this round, which is, like I said, change that intensity back and forth, because what I'm concerned about for today is I want constant movement. I don't want you guys getting yourself to a place where you're in such a fatigue deficit that we have to stop. Take a second, get yourself ready. You can throw those arms out to the sides to give yourself a little bit of extra rest, and then you go right back into that next rep. You think that 5 push-ups is gonna be easy, but I hate to ruin the end of the movie, but it's 40 reps total. 40 push-ups can be a lot, especially when we don't have a lot of rest here. We've got both athletes onto round number 6. And we're back on that run. Again, with this, we're picking our intensity on this run. You have to always ask yourself when you're doing these workouts what the stimulus or what the intention for the workout is. And I gave that to you at the beginning, which is that nice moderate pace. And I'm always gonna sneak that last round in there that's gonna be that higher intensity, because I gotta get amped up. I'm saving myself for right now. I got all this energy bottled up, but you know that I'm gonna be pushing you in that last round. But if you're ever unsure of what the stimulus is, stop, ask yourself, what do I think that the programming is asking me to do here? I will always give you a stimulus. And if you guys aren't sure, throw it in the comments, and then we'll tell you what the stimulus is for that workout, because you can't go into these workouts not knowing what you're doing. If you do, that's when you crash and burn in workouts. I have done that numerous times, and I always use it as a learning experience, because that's all that we can do. We need to learn from those mistakes. And even with a workout like this, you may have not had a combination of running, push-ups, and power cleans or step-back lunges. So every workout's gonna have its own personality, own flavor to it, and you don't know how these movements are gonna affect each other until you get into the actual workout of the workout. So we're back onto our jumping lunges. Ava's brought back these jumping lunges from the step-back lunges, doing a great job of keeping that chest up and making sure that that front foot is in full contact with the floor. We look good there. On these power cleans, I'm gonna start to push Sarah a little bit. She's not gonna like it, but we can increase that pace slightly. Again, when we're going through these power cleans, a nice deep breath at the top before we go down into that next rep, because I want that core to be stable. Making our way back into our push-ups. And I'm doing a great job of counting today, because I know that this is the end of round number 6. On those push-ups, if you start to feel yourself worming out or piking up heavily, take a quick rest and then go through. If you guys were doing dumbbell push-ups up to this point, but you're starting to burn out there, and you want to switch to hand release push-ups, please do. Please do. I would rather you give me quality than give me some reps that aren't the best, because you know I'm watching, and it's never in a creepy way, it's in an encouraging way. But I want you guys to give me the best you possibly can today. I'm so thankful that you showed up. I have a blast doing these videos with you guys, and I just want to see you be a better version of yourself than when we were 13 minutes ago. So right now we are in round number 7. Wherever you are at, if you're keeping pace with our athletes, let's see if you can continue to match them. You know the fast round is going to be coming up next. If you are slightly behind us and you're in round number 4 or 3, that is okay. I just want you to focus on not where you're at compared to anybody else. I want you to get all the work in today, and I don't mind how long that takes you. Have fun with this. Don't be hard on yourself. We can often be our own worst critics, and I'm not going to allow you to do that when you're in class with us. I want you to have a good time. I want you to know that you are appreciated. We love you guys showing up here every day, and we just want to have fun. We've got our 7th run finishing up here. We've got Sarah dropping down to a walk, which is what I advise. She knows that that fast round is coming up next, so she's playing it smart here. We've got Ava moving back into her lunges. She is giving me those jumping lunges once again. What's your textbook? I've said this before, but if somebody was selling jumping lunges at the farmer's market on Saturday morning, I'd buy those. I would ask for more than one too. I'd ask if I could get a deal on it, but those are great jumping lunges. We got Sarah back on power cleans. I would buy these reps as well, because she's keeping herself in a great position all the way through. Focus on that breathing, because again, the lunges you will collapse in if you're not focused on breathing with each rep. We got Ava back onto push-ups, and then we've got Sarah finishing up power cleans before she gets back into her dumbbell push-ups. And then both athletes know, you guys know, the 8th round is upon us. Right after this, we are getting our mind right, because we know that I'm gonna push you guys on the runners. I'm gonna push you if you're running out that door and coming back. I want you to get your 30-second run done in 25 seconds. That's how fast I want you running. We're gonna move back onto that runner. No breaks here. Let's go, Ava, pick it up. Sarah, same thing. This is it. This is the moment we've prepared for. We've got the 8th round going down here. I want you guys to find that controlled intensity there right now. We've got open road, we got clear skies, and we have that pedal to the floor. I want you guys to push, push, push here. We got to make sure that we are going to be ready for the lunges. You're going to have a little bit of Bambi legs going from this higher intensity run, going into the lunges and even the power cleans. So we are gonna pick that pace up. We've got our final 200 meter of the workout, and then we're going right into those lunges and push-ups, or power cleans and push-ups. Continue to give me this intensity. I need you guys to keep that elevated. I know it's uncomfortable. You've finished 7 rounds already, which is a huge deal. We just have 1 round left. That's no big deal. We gotta push, 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 push all the way through. Once we hit that 200 meters, I want a fast transition. We're going directly into our lunges, directly into our power cleans. Ava has finished. She's moving into her lunges. Fast, fast, fast. Let's go, Ava. I like the jog from Sarah. We are on to those power cleans. Again, focus on your breathing. This is the place where it's gonna get away from you, but you can maintain it. You're an athlete. You guys have done so much up to this point. I need you to give me a little bit more. Those lunges are coming along nice. Get a little bit lower for me, Ava. There we go. We got, oh, Sarah's turned it up. We're on gear number 5 here. All the way through, good job. Back on the push-ups for both athletes. Everything you have here, I want you to move quick. You've got less than 5 push-ups. We are almost done. Ava has finished. Sarah has finished. Fantastic job. Great job, Ava. I should start breathing heavy because everybody else is breathing heavy here. You guys did great. If you're still working, please finish out the workout. Don't stop here. If you were done, wonderful, wonderful job. You guys brought the fitness today. We've got your cool down coming up next, so make sure that you stick around. Athletes, wonderful, wonderful job again. You guys brought the effort today. We had so much fun with you guys. We love having you show up every single day to do these workouts with us. Now, if this was your first time or your second time and you're not subscribed to Mayhem Athlete, I've got a secret. I've got a 7-day free trial that you can start today, and it will get you access to the Mayhem programming like we did today, or anything else you can imagine, whether your tracks are CrossFit, functional fitness, bodybuilding, at-home workouts, wherever you can move your body, we've got workouts that will fit your lifestyle. The Mayhem Athlete community is a group of like-minded athletes that will help you achieve your goals, whether it's trying to be a better, fitter version of yourself each day or making it all the way to the competition floor. So please join us today. Now, you always know this comes up next. We have the cool down that's right here. Your body just took care of you, so please take care of your body and stick around for a little bit longer. Get yourself stretched out so you're ready for the next workout that we throw your way. As always, be good, be kind, and join us again for another great day of fitness.